you thinking about living in upstate New York? Maybe you live in the Big Apple and are looking for something a bit slower. Maybe you are in Vermont or Maine, maybe Georgia, maybe California. I talk to folks all the time and I'm constantly helping people who've made the decision to relocate to upstate New York. And I see people who are going to love it, but also people who are in for a surprise. So I want to help you get ahead of that. Whatever the reason you are thinking about living in New York, think again! Because in this video, I'll be talking about 3 key reasons you may reconsider living here. Hi, I'm Betsy. I'm a realtor in Rockland County, New York, within an hour of the New York City, and I made a move to upstate New York and the city. This channel is all about setting your expectations before making your move to New York. Subscribe so you don't miss a video, and if you are thinking about buying real estate here in New York, be sure to give me a call. Now, without further ado, let's jump into all the reasons you're going to have to be comfortable with in order for you to live in upstate New York. The first reason you want to consider living in upstate New York is high property taxes. Rocket Mortgage ranked the 50 states and Washington, D.C. for the real estate taxes. Guess what? New York ranks the number 43. That's high up there. Only New Jersey, Illinois, New Hampshire, Connecticut, and Vermont, Wisconsin, Texas, Nebraska are worse than New York. Real estate tax staggering at 1.72, which means for a home of $500,000 annual tax is going to be about $8,600. That's nothing. You will of course vary on prices, homes, and the taxes will depend on the county you're in. But in general, New York, even upstate, will be having high property taxes that you better be ready to pay. A lot of people look to upstate New York for a more affordable lifestyle, which you can certainly find in certain parts, but you better be ready for the taxes because it comes along with the real estate when you buy. Now, the second reason you want to reconsider living in New York State is the higher cost of living in certain areas. You know that this video has to have some generalizations because upstate New York is a humongous piece of land, and a lot of people know that there can be affordable areas, but just know that if you're trying to stay somewhat close to New York City, you're still going to be looking at a very expensive real estate. For example, in the county I live in, which is Rockland County, which is less than an hour away from the city, you are looking at an average home price of $620, which is a lot. If you're thinking that, oh, the New York is going to be like that and allow you to spend a few $100,000s for a ranch home or some land and still be 45 minutes, I have bad news. If you're coming from New Jersey or New York City or other areas that are similar or more expensively priced, then you will be okay at this price point. But maybe you need to move a little further up if you want some of more attractive price point in areas like Albany or Buffalo. So keep those things in mind. Now, the third reason you want to reconsider living in upstate New York, and this is for you all Californians and Southerners, the harsh weather. The winters are long and the winters are cold. Hace mucho frío. There will be heavy snowfalls. You will need gloves, boots, jackets, and the best part, your shovel. Those mornings will be exhausting, getting the snow off your driveway and sidewalk. Some people just don't like the cold, and it will be cold up in New York. If you struggle with seasonal affective disorder, SAD, where gloomy and cold weather gets you down, you better consider if these harsh winters are for you. There is a trade-off here because the further south you are in New York, the generally more expensive the area will be, the milder the weather. But if you're way up towards Buffalo, near Canada, you're going to get much harder weather winters. With this all said, there's also hot summers that gets up to the 90s, which may be a good thing for you or a bad thing depending on what your preference and lifestyle area anyways. It's definitely something to keep in mind before thinking about living in upstate New York. So if you're still thinking about living in upstate New York, give me a call so I can convince you otherwise. Just kidding. This video is not actually meant to deter people from moving here or try to convince people to move here. It's just to make sure you have the right information to make the best decision for you and your family. So I hope this is being helpful, and reach out so I can help you if you're trying to buy a home or have questions as consider your new place to live in. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next video.